This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. Welcome to the Lady Tiger Fast Pitch Complex here at Grady Fields, getting ready for another District 3-5A matchup as they get ready to battle Mayfield for the first time this year. I'm Charles Winicky. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers sitting in first place in district, 5-1 overall in the district season. Mayfield is 3-3 in district. Had a challenging week last week against Centennial where they dropped all three games. Lady Tigers are hoping to keep that momentum on their side if they can get all three games this week. I think they're through the toughest part of the district schedule. They've got these three, and then I think Cruces and Gadsden, they're kind of behind where Oregon Mountain, Centennial, Alamogordo, and Mayfield are going into the season. So these three games this week I think are going to be immense tests, as Mayfield has been sitting in the top 5, top 6 of the Max Preps rankings all season long. Alamogordo's been number 2 or number 3 pretty much all year long. They're number 2 right now, but if they can continue to win, if they can win out, the Lady Tigers control their own destiny to get the number 1 seed from pretty much every thing that you can look at. They'll have the second best overall record. They'll have the second best Max Preps ranking. And what the big thing for them is if they're district champs and they finish ahead of Centennial, they have to be seated ahead of them. Centennial's the only team that's ahead of them in some of those rankings. So it'll be a fun stretch here. 9 games left in the season. We're almost done with the regular season, if y'all can believe it. The Lady Tigers have this one at home today. They'll be on the road in Las Cruces against Mayfield on Friday. They will be at Las Cruces on Tuesday of next week, home for a doubleheader next Friday. And then the final home game of the season in the regular season will be that following Tuesday against Gadsden. They'll finish up their regular season on the road for a doubleheader against the Lady Panthers. And then most likely we'll have they will have a first-round home playoff game at home. It would really be shocking at this point if they didn't. So there'll be one more game at home after that against probably, I think they're certainly hoping at this point that it'll end up being the 16 seed. And then back up to Rio Rancho and Albuquerque for another crack at trying to go out there and win a state championship, which they've been so close the last couple of years. Have been the last team eliminated before the championship series each of the last 2 seasons. It was Centennial 2 years ago. It was Piedra Vista last year. And we'll see what the Lady Tigers can do over these next few weeks to continue to build momentum, trying to get that state championship for the first time since 2004. But still a lot of softball left to be played, including this afternoon's matchup. An absolutely gorgeous day, nice and warm. The wind is almost non-existent today. You got to savor these kind of afternoons in New Mexico in April because they just don't happen a whole lot. All right, we're going to take a break. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Stick around. We've got plenty coming up for you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
We belong to you.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Welcome back into the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers getting ready to face off against the Mayfield Lady Trojans as the District 3-5A regular season continues on. As I mentioned, just 3 weeks left in the regular season. We've got 3 games in each of the next 3 weeks to close out this season. Lady Tigers coming off a sweep of Oregon Mountain last week, and Mayfield coming off getting swept by Centennial last week. So 2 teams kind of trying to keep things going in the same direction, and another one looking to get it turned around a little bit today, as that is what the goal is for Mayfield this afternoon. Lady Tigers coming in at 5-1 in districts and 14-3 overall. Mayfield, meanwhile, is 10-7 on the season, 3-3 in district. Their year's gone like this: beat Deming, then would sweep Cleveland very early on in the year, and then a win over Hobbs. They would lose the second game of that series, but opened up by winning their first 4 games. They were swept by La Cueva, 11-0 and 14-5. They beat Atrisco Heritage 19-9, lost an 8-inning game to Artesia. They beat Cruces. They beat them 4 times already this season. They played them, I believe, in the Las Cruces tournament, and then got a win over a very good Silver team earlier this year. And then last week against Centennial, the Tuesday game, they lost 17-3. A close one in Game 1 of the doubleheader. 6-3 was the final, but they would lose 12-3 in the second game of that doubleheader last Friday. So that's where they sit as we head into this evening's matchup. Lady Tigers, I mentioned, 14-3. They've took the first 2 from Centennial before losing the final game of that series. And then last week against Oregon Mountain, pretty comfortable win in Game 1 of the series. They beat them 5-0. Game 2 was very comfortable, 11-1. They were in control from the get-go. And then Game 2 was a nail-biter. It was 1-1 pretty much the whole way. And then Lady Tigers would score 2 in the bottom of the 6th, and Sydney Lessentine would come out on the top of the 7th and strike out the side to close out that game. A pretty dominant way to finish things up in wrapping up the end of that series. As I said, this week is pretty crucial. I think the Lady Tigers can come out again and get a sweep over a very good Mayfield team. Certainly, barring, I would feel like, a pretty big upset, they should be in control of their destiny for a district title and probably the number 1 overall seed in Class 5A. But a lot of softball to be played both tonight and coming up on Friday between these 2 sides. And they do have a little bit of wiggle room. They can lose 1 game and still win the district title because they own the season series over Centennial. So there is something to be said for that for the Lady Tigers going into tonight's matchup or this week's matchup. But I guarantee you that's not their mentality of, oh, we can drop one. That's something that I think those of us here will pay attention to. But people like me will pay attention to. They want to go out there and win every game, and they want to have the momentum heading into the state playoffs without a doubt. I think we're not quite ready for our national anthem yet, so we'll get to that here soon. The two head coaches are meeting at home plate right now. The Lady Tigers of course, coached by Charlene Reyes, and the head coach for Mayfield is Daniel Dominguez, assisted by Adam Cardenas, Cynthia Morales, and Sam Banegas. The Lady Tigers, of course, Ronnie Reyes, Fernando Lunar, and Chelsea Carroll assisting Coach Char and Ronnie Reyes. And certainly a staff that's been together over the last few years. I think it's been pretty much the same staff over the last 2 or 3 years for the Lady Tigers. Sure. All right, Lady Tigers are in their home black pinstripe jerseys, or uniforms, I should say, with gold pinstripes, gold numerals, white outlining. It says Lady Tigers across the front. Mayfield is in green with yellow numerals, and it says MHS across the front of their uniforms. As warm-ups are done, and it looks like we're about ready to get into pregame festivities, national anthem, starting lineups, and all of that. I would assume we're going to do national anthem first, so let's go ahead and take a break. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Well, actually, they're doing the announcements for Mayfield. But we'll go ahead and take a break anyway. We'll get you their starting lineup and Alamogordo starting lineup when we return. First pitch is coming up next. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Local Credit Union would like to send a huge congratulations to 2024 graduating class. Are you ready to take the next step towards a brighter future after graduation? Secure your dreams with our flexible and affordable graduation loans. Whether you're looking to pursue a higher education, start a business, or simply need financial assistance as you start a new chapter of life, we've got you covered. Visit Local Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Colonel Brad Spears, 49th Wing Commander at Holloman Air Force Base, reminding you to tune in to Commander's Corner every fourth Monday of the month at 8:20 a.m. on KRSY AM 1230 and FM 101.9. I'll be discussing the latest events, happenings, and mission updates from Holloman, so be sure to listen in.
Commander's Corner is heard right here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM, every fourth Monday at 8:20 a.m.
Michael Shinneberry here. Join me for live and local discussions every Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 a.m. and 101.9 FM. If it's local events, we talk about it. If it's politics, local, state, or national, we talk about it. Pick a subject, we talk about it. We're now streaming online at alamosportsandtalk.com. It's the Michael Shinneberry Show every Tuesday and Thursday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. only on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 a.m. and 101.9 FM.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. Welcome back to Grady Fields as we're about ready to get this one underway. As the Lady Tigers get ready to face off against the Mayfield Lady Trojans. Lady Tigers warming up right now in the field. Let's get you their defensive setup. And it's Amani Kosum at second base. Her middle infield partner is shortstop Iceland Ortiz. On the corners at first base, it's Alyssa Bautista. And third base is Chloe Lunar. Behind the plate is Haley Evans. Of course, pitching is Sydney Lessentine. In the outfield and left is Madison Ruiz. Center fielder is Maylee Herrera. And right fielder is Alexis Rodriguez. Mayfield, meanwhile, we'll begin with Addison Gamboa, their first baseman. And she will lead things off and get this one underway. Andrea Pondo is the second baseman, and she will hit second. And Jaylene Ponce, their catcher, will bat in the number 3 spot. Designated player Annalise Perez is hitting cleanup. As Lessentine winds and deals. Bunt shown. Strike called. As it's 0-1, and we are underway. Ronnie Gallegos will hit the number 5 spot, the center fielder, and then pitcher Angelica Ramirez will hit 6. This one popped up on the infield, and Iceland Ortiz settles under it, and that is out number 1. So it's 1 down here in the first inning, and it'll bring up number 11, Andrea Pondo. Aaliyah Lara, will bat in the number 7 spot. Then it's Morgan Martinez hitting 8th. The third baseman, Emma Enoch, the left fielder, will hit in the number 9 spot. Lessentine ready to go, and she misses high on the offering to Pondo, and the count is 1-0. Crowd starting to fill in nicely here as we're after 5 o'clock now. And still got plenty of time to get down here and watch some softball this evening for those of you that are listening out there. That's right on the outer half of the plate at the knees for a called strike. 1-1 now to Pondo. 1 down and bases empty in the top of the first, just underway. Just playing a single game on this Tuesday. As Lessentine winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Took a little bit off on that pitch. Got Pondo ahead of it, and the count is 1-2. Mayfield in all green today. Yellow, white batting helmets. As the wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Wasn't particularly strong swing there from Pondo on the 1-2 pitch. And the count, or now there's 2 outs in the inning, as Jalen Ponce will come up to the plate. And she'll get her first opportunity at Lessentine. See it on last Friday, didn't have a particularly strong strikeout game in Game 1. Didn't pitch a ton of it in most of Game 2 until the latter half of the innings. She ended up in double-digit strikeouts. We'll see what kind of game it is here. I don't think she really cares whether she's getting strikeouts or whether she's keeping The other team off the base paths. 1-0 the count here to Ponce. As the pitch will miss outside, and it's 2-0. 2 outs and the base is empty. Lady Tigers looking for a routine top of the first to get this one underway. Lessentine ready to go, and the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Again, took a little bit off on that and got the hitter ahead of it. Lessentine delivers. The 2-1. Popped up and should get out of play. It does. And the count evens at 2-2. I think the nicest day we've probably had for softball or baseball so far this spring season. It's either been cold or windy, one of the two, and it's neither today. Rather pleasant. Here comes the 2-2 from Lessentine. Couldn't get the call on the outside corner. Guess just a little bit low. And the count runs full now, 3-2. Lessentine trying to keep Ponce off the base pass here. The pitch. That's going to be low. And it'll get to the backstop, and so she surrenders a 2-out walk on Elise Perez. The designated player will come up with a chance to try and get something going here in this inning after a pop-out and a strikeout. Interesting, saw the home plate umpire run over to the third base bag and kind of kick it a couple of times, I guess making sure that it was in place okay. Maybe he had noticed something, but so Perez will check swing but go around, and it's a strike. Count is 0-1. Ponce at first. Lessentine pop out, strike out, and a walk in this inning. Fouled off and back to the screen, and she's quickly ahead in the count here, 0-2. And the walk just missed a 2-2 strikeout call, but it was a little bit low. And ready for the 0-2. Here comes the pitch. There we go. Gets it on the outside corner. Called strike 3. And the inning is over. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Sydney Lessentine. 1 left on for Mayfield. No runs, no Lady Tiger errors. And we go to the, or no hits. We go to the bottom of the first inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to Grady Fields and Lady Tiger fast pitch and Amani Kosum getting ready to lead things off. It's Scoreless after a half inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Kosum, the leadoff hitter, followed by Maylee Herrera and Sydney Lessentine. I feel like pretty much the same lineup Lady Tigers have used the majority of the year. Chloe Lunar hits the number 4 spot, then Haley Evans 5th, Alexis Rodriguez hitting 6th. Alyssa Bautista will bat 7th. Daviana Gonzalez is the designated player, hitting 8th. She is the DP for Madison Ruiz. And then Iceland Ortiz will round out the lineup. And Kosum showing bunt. The pitch will miss outside, and it's 1-0. Angelina Ramirez is the pitcher for Mayfield. Behind the plates is Jalen Ponce. And we'll give you the infield after the 1-0. Shows bunt again. And a strike called, and the count is 1-1. First base is Addison Gamboa. Andrea Pondo is at second. The third baseman is Morgan Martinez. The shortstop, Amaris Diaz. And Kosum hits it high in the air and foul. And the count is 1-2. The outfield in left is Emma Enoch. Center field is Ronnie Gallegos. And Aaliyah Lada is the right fielder for Mayfield. 1-2 the count. Kosum switched over to the right-hand side after not that pitch, but the previous pitch. And that one just missing outside, maybe a bit high, 2-2. Now we've seen both pitchers wanting a 2-strike call and not getting it here early on. Into her motion, here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. It's snagged nicely. Toss on to first is in time as Morgan Martinez makes the play. And Maylee Herrera will come to the plate here for the Lady Tigers, hitting from the left-hand side. As Herrera will step in and get her first opportunity here against Ramirez. The pitch shows bunt, brings it back, called strike, and it's 0-1. Lady Tigers have been a team that can really jump on their opponents and put up some big numbers. They've also been a team that's played well in close games this year, too. As this is hit in the air, it's a pop-up, but it's going to drop in fair territory, and Herrera is going to try to race around to second. She'll get there. They had the third baseman in expecting a bunt, and she popped it up in the air and kind of into no man's land. And then took a wild squib to the left, and so basically went over to the fence in foul territory in the third base side. That's really what allowed her to get to second base. And so the Lady Tigers have a runner on second with one out. And it looks like need a change of softball. As Ramirez tossed it back to the home plate umpire, and they're bringing in another softball here, and she'll toss it back to her catcher, and now we're going to be ready to go. So Sydney Lessentine with a great opportunity with the first inning, one out and a runner on second base, and a speedy one at that. As Ramirez winds and deals and misses down and in on the dangerous Lessentine. And Chloe Lunar, who had a wonderful doubleheader against Oregon Mountain last Friday in the on-deck circle. The 1-0. And taking a swing on, well, maybe a little bit upstairs, but gets a piece of it and sends it foul as Lessentine 1-1 up the third base side. And Coach Ronnie Reyes tossing the softball back into Ramirez. She checks it out and will now look to her wrist sheet. And ready to go. Lessentine hitting from the right-hand side. We'll watch that one hop to the catcher. And the count is 2-1. No score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard in the bottom of the first inning. Lady Tigers threatening, though. The pitch. And a high pop-up foul and out of play. Count evens up at 2-2. Lady Tigers have gotten in some deep counts here early. Cosum 2-2. Lessentine now 2-2. Herrera pretty aggressive on hers, swinging on an 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. And this one hit to left field. She waited on the drop ball, but it's going to be right to the left fielder as Emma Enoch comes on to make the play. That was good patience by Lessentine to wait on that pitch, but just couldn't quite get it down before the outfielder. She was all the way back at the wall, essentially, in left field. She had to charge on that to come up and make a play, and got too far underneath it. I'm sure she was maybe trying to lift that a little bit further. This is a good day to probably maybe see a home run or two. We don't have much wind, and nice warm day as well, so it might be flying out there. And 2 down. First pitch will miss to Lunar, and it's 1-0. The pitch. Getting the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1. Runner on second, 2 down. And the pitch. And this one hit to left field. That'll get down. Herrera will touch the bag and head home. This is going to be a close play. She is safe. The catcher not able to secure it. It was a great throw from Enoch. That was on the mark, but underneath the tag, and the catcher was unable to secure the softball in her glove. Ponce, as she went to apply the tag, did allow Lunar to advance on the play to second, but give her an RBI single, and the Lady Tigers are on the board in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 is your score. So Herrera's little bloop double got the inning going. And now Haley Evans will try to keep it going here, still with the runner in scoring position. And Evans will get underneath this one and send it foul. Out of play, an 0-1. A little bit of a wait to Evans getting back into the box. She's ready to go, and here comes the pitch from Ramirez. Outside it misses, and they throw back to second. Lunar had sort of gotten away from the bag there, and not an especially graceful move back to the bag. She stumbled a bit, but got back there in time. Throw was a little bit off the mark, but that was a very heads-up throw from the catcher, Ponce. 1-1. Gets the outside corner for a called strike. And Evans now behind in the count, 1-2. 2 outs and a runner on second. Lady Tigers have struck first with an RBI single from Chloe Lunar. She stands at second after the throw home was not in time to get Maylee Herrera. And getting a piece of it to the backstop is Evans. And we'll do another 1-2 pitch. Lady Tigers trying to add on another in this bottom of the first. The pitch to Evans. She pops it up, but should get out of play, and it does. And we'll do another 1-2. Coach Ronnie Reyes sending in some encouragement over from third. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and struck out. First strikeout of the game for Angelina Ramirez ends the bottom of the first. Lady Tigers do get one on the RBI single from Chloe Lunar. And we go to the top of the second with Alamogordo in front on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 1-0. Lady Tigers, by the way, with 2 hits in that inning, 1 runner left on, no Mayfield errors. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019, top of 2 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 1-0 Alamogordo leads. And the first pitch from Sydney Lessentine to the center fielder for Mayfield. Ronnie Gallegos misses, and the count is 1-0. Lady Tigers scoring on the Chloe Lunar single. That brought in Maylee Herrera. The 1-0. Fouled off, and I think deflects off of the home plate umpire. Count evens up at 1-1. Mayfield did get a base runner in the top of the first with a walk, but Lessentine had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. This is a pop-up and out of play. And off the top of the crow's nest here, and it's 1-2. Mayfield looking for their first hit of the day, very early on, though. Angelina Ramirez and Aaliyah Lada also do up in the inning. The 1-2. Called strike 3 right at the knees. And for the second time in this game, she gets a runner out looking. And it'll be Angelina Ramirez coming to the plate. 1 down as the pitcher tries to help out her own cause. Lessentine with a bit of a shake of the arm. Loosen that up, and now she's ready to go. Here comes the first offering. And that'll miss above the belt. 1-0 now to Ramirez. And that one just missed as well. I guess it was a little bit high. 2-0. Now, the first pitch I could certainly see. The second pitch I thought was right there. And here comes the 2-0. There we go. She gets it a little bit further down, and 2-1 now to Ramirez, who's been patient so far, has not swung on. I mean, all 3 pitches have been right pretty close into the strike zone. I would say 2 of the 3 have been in them. 2-1. Fouls off as Lessentine jammed her up a little bit coming inside. And the count evens up now at 2-2. Nobody on for Mayfield in the top of the second. They try to answer back, and the Lady Tigers get on the board in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 2-2 from Sid. Didn't quite spot it on the outside corner. And it stays outside. 3-2 now. Lotto waits in the on-deck circle for Mayfield. And misses down and in. So the second walk surrendered by Lessentine today. And it does bring up Aaliyah Lada. And I believe we're going to see a courtesy runner for Mayfield as the pitcher Ramirez will come off the field, and they will bring on number 4, and that is Grace. Of course, I wrote the last name too illegibly for me to actually read it on my lineup card here, so now I got to go and look this one up. Galaz. Yeah, I think that's what I thought that was, but anyway, she's on first now, is Galaz. And so Lessentine, will have a base runner on for the second time today. We'll see if Mayfield's trying to bunt her forward. As the pitch from Lessentine doesn't show bunt and ramps it by her on the fastball. 0-1 is Lotta swings and comes up empty. A nice variety of pitches from both pitchers today. The 0-1. That's right there at the knees. That seems to be the pitch that he's going to call the low pitch at the knees. Has been kind of close. The high pitch is the one that hasn't been there. So if you can spot the one at the knees, good. If whether you're Ramirez or Lessentine, that might be the one to try and perfect today. The 0-2. Fouling off and just getting a piece of it was Lotta. And we'll do it again. Runner on first in the top of the second. 0-2 the count to the right fielder for Mayfield, Aaliyah Lotta. The 1 and the pitch. Swing and a miss and struck her out. Quick throw to first. Runner's back in time as Evans tried to catch Galaz away from the bag. Lessentine with her 4th strikeout through an inning and 2/3. 2 down to Morgan Martinez, the third baseman, will get her first swings of the day. Hitting from the right-hand side against the right-handed pitching Lessentine. That's above the belt and misses, counts 1-0. Lessentine ready to go. And the 1-0. This is high in the air to left field. It's carrying. It is out of here. 2-run home run for Morgan Martinez. And just like that, Mayfield has taken the lead 2-1 as the Lady Trojans jump in front and even have a special hat. It's like a cowboy hat with some frilly white stuff around it and green. But the big thing there is 2-run home run. Gives Mayfield the lead 2-1. It'll bring up Emma Enoch in the number 9 spot. And we're talking about it in the first inning. It's a warm day. There's not much wind. And so it's definitely an opportunity for these hitters to take advantage if they can get into some of these pitches. And that was a perfect example of it there. We've brought that softball back in. That was hit out of the ballpark out there in left center field. And they are tossing that softball into the Mayfield dugout. So maybe that was her first home run. I don't know. But it sounds like a softball that they want to save. And we're ready to go. The pitch from Lessentine is a pop-up and out of play. And the count is 0-1. Lessentine taking her time to get back to the pitching rubber. Now she's ready to go. And the 0-1 is a ground ball left side of the infield. Lunar's got that at third. Toss on to first is in time, and the inning is over. But not before the damage is done. 2 runs on a 2-run shot to left center field from the third baseman for Mayfield, Morgan Martinez. It scored the courtesy runner, Grace Galaz, and they leave nobody on. 1 hit in the inning, 2 runs, and no Lady Tiger errors. We head to the home half of the second. Lady Tigers will try to answer, but they are behind 2-1.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and the first pitch misses above the belt to Alexis Rodriguez. 2-1 Mayfield on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Lady Tigers in this bottom of the second. Rodriguez. Well, watch that one miss a little bit high as well. And we saw in the last inning, those high pitches, he's calling those tight. So certainly being able to spot the pitches of the knees will be big for both Ramirez and Lessentine. And this one just lifted over the shortstop's head into the outfield, and the Lady Tigers get it started here to try to answer back in the bottom of the second with a single from Alexis Rodriguez. And it'll bring up Alyssa Bautista now, hitting from the left-hand side. Third hit of the day for the Lady Tigers after the RBI single from Chloe Lunar. She scored Maylee Herrera, who had doubled in the top of the first, or bottom of the first inning, I should say. Angelina Ramirez, the pitcher for Mayfield, into her motion. Showing bunt, brings it back, called strike. And the count is 0-1 to Bautista. Davi Gonzalez also due up in the inning for the Lady Tigers. As here comes the pitch, and fouled off and back to the screen. And so Bautista falls behind the count 0-2. A grab of the rosin bag for Ramirez. And she brings the 0-2. That miss is high. And well done by Alyssa to hold off. You can tell just with her body motion she was maybe getting ready to offer at it, but holds off, and count is 1-2 now. Rodriguez at first, Bautista at the plate for the Lady Tigers. 1-2. And a ground ball right back to the circle. They'll get one. No, they won't get one at second. Never caught it. And that'll be I wouldn't say a throwing error. That was more of a catching error by the shortstop. So E6 allows the Lady Tigers to have first and second now with nobody out. And Daviana Gonzalez will come to the plate with a great opportunity. Davi had some big hits against Oregon Mountain last week. It's always one of those when you see that throw out to second, is it on the catch or is it on the transfer? And she never was able to secure it. Showing bunt, brings it back. And nothing called, so it's 1-0. So then with the Lady Tigers, we're looking forward to try to regain the momentum after the Mayfield home run. But got to convert here. The 1-0, showing bunt again, and Davi lays it down, but just sends it foul. And the count is 1-1. And one of those games that, they need the offense to be able to lift themselves up, and Sid's going to have a good effort the remainder of the game, but those things do happen. Showing bunt, brings it back, and then gets into it out to left field. It is caught it is not caught at the track. and they throw it into the infield. There's going to be nobody at second. Now they will get her. Now, there was miscommunication. It's going to work out okay for Mayfield. It was nearly a great catch at the wall by the right fielder, Aaliyah Lotta, but she dropped it, and I think there's going to be 2 runners out here for the Lady Tigers, as I don't know if they passed each other or they ran into each other over at first. So not only is Alyssa out at second, or well, Alyssa was out prior to that. Davi's out at first. Oh, okay. So she caught it and dropped it on the transfer, and so they doubled up that way. Interesting call. And a check swing by Ortiz. Toss over to third to check on Rodriguez. So it ended up being a catch there for Londa. So it's 9 to, I think they got, eventually it was the shortstop that tagged the runner out. Yeah, I don't know what the right move would have been there, because I mean, I think everybody in the ballpark thought she dropped it. And so Alyssa thought that she had to try to get to second. And instead, she could have stayed at first there and would have been okay. 2-0. Call on the outside corner. And so an inning that looked to be big for the Lady Tigers. Davi very nearly sent that out of the ballpark on a 3-run home run. Instead, ends up with 2 outs for the Lady Tigers now and a runner on third. But still a chance to tie this game if Ice can come up with a base hit. 2-1 misses well outside, and it's 3-1. Could be back at the top of the order here for the Lady Tigers. Amani Kosum in the on-deck circle for Alamogordo. The 3-1 to Ortiz. And she hits this in the air, but it's right to the second baseman. Inning is over. And so the Lady Tigers unable to convert on a great opportunity. Had runners on first and second with nobody out, and came within a hair of a 3-run home run. Ends up in a double play, and then a soft pop out to end the bottom of the second inning. It's Mayfield 2, Alamogordo 1 here in the after 2 innings on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Top of the order for Mayfield in the top of the third inning as Addison Gamboa will foul off the first pitch from Sydney Lessentine. 2-1 Mayfield on the Richardson Motors scoreboard in the top of the third on the power of a 2-run home run from Morgan Martinez. The 0-1 from Lessentine. And that'll miss outside as she went off speed. One high and maybe a bit inside. 2-1 now. Important for the Lady Tigers to have a quiet inning and not let Mayfield add on. And a long wait here as, I don't know if Sid wasn't getting the pitch that she wanted to throw there, or just the communication wasn't coming in from the dugout, or this is high in the air and should stay in play here for Lunar. She's got it in foul territory, and there's one down. So popped up right behind the third base's coach box in foul territory, and there's one down. Andrea Pondo, who struck out her first time up, comes to the plate. It's been a little slower pace for Lesson team between pitches than I feel like we normally see. This is a pop-up on the infield, and it's going to get into the outfield. Ortiz, goes back for it. She can't secure it, and that gives Mayfield a base runner. She was going back, and when she went to look up to secure it, just fell out of the glove. So it's runner on first, and Jaylene Ponce comes to the plate. First error of the day for the Lady Tiger defense. And that's in there for a strike. Counts 0-1 here to Ponce. She walked her first time up. The wind of the pitch. Outside, it misses. Count evens up at 1-1. Unfortunately, kind of having to guess on some of these pitches as people have got their umbrellas out today because of the sun. One and one. Swing and a miss. Look to be towards the outer half of the plate. And 1-2. Runner on first and one down. Mayfield leading 2-1. Lady Tigers with one run in the bottom of the first. Mayfield with two in the top of the second. Fouled off and back to the screen. And the count remains 1-2 on the number 3 hitter for Mayfield. Do have some other games going on throughout the area. Tularosa's at Mesilla Valley Christian for a single game today at 4 o'clock. Miss Escalera Apache is hosting Lordsburg for a doubleheader today. As the 1-2 comes. Swing and a miss and struck her out. 5 strikeouts now for Lessentine. And there's 2 down. Brings up Annalise Perez, who struck out her first time up. We also have Alamogordo baseball in Las Cruces. They play at 7 o'clock tonight against Mayfield. Alamogordo tennis is probably about halfway through their matches over at Oregon Tennis Courts. They started at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Swing and a miss from Perez. Lessentine going upstairs and took a little bit off on that pitch, and the count is 0-1 to the Mayfield designated player. Also at golf, Alamogordo boys and girls each finished in first place down at Painted Dunes Golf Course. Chaparral hosting that event. On the boys' side, they swept the top 4 places. Ground ball right back to the circle. Easy play for Sid. Tosses on to first, and that's the inning. So the Lady Tigers get a shutdown inning at the top of the third, now trying to find some runs here as they trail 2-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. No runs, no hits, 1 Lady Tiger error, and 1 left on for Mayfield in that top of the third. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're also online on the Alamo Sports YouTube channel and alamosportsandtalk.com.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Bottom of three, Alamogordo is behind 2-1. Amani Kosum tries a bunt and fouls it off back to the screen. 1-0 the count. Or I should say 0-1 the count, I'm sorry. 2-1 Mayfield, and after one bunt attempt, Amani will move back over to the right-hand side. Kosum, Herrera, Lessentine due up. And that'll miss a little high, maybe outside. Count evens up at 1-1 on Kosum. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Mayfield 2, Alamogordo 1. Kosum a ground out to third in her first at-bat. And she lifts this one out to left field. Should be playable. It is for Enoch in left field. And there's one down. So far, Angelina Ramirez has made the pitches she's needed to keep the Lady Tigers behind. She very nearly gave up a big home run to Daviana Gonzalez, but came up just a little bit short. Herrera doubled her first time up, just with a little bloop. And she pops this one up out of play behind home plate, 0-1. I always wonder and I know certainly if they have the third baseman in, there's a big hole behind the bag, so if you can get it over the head of the third baseman, a lot of times you see those lefties push it out to left field, but I think she got underneath it maybe more than she planned, but it ended up working great. And she fouls this one off out of play. And it's 0-2 now to Herrera. Lady Tigers haven't trailed much in district play. In fact, I think against Centennial they led maybe that first game. I don't know if they were. Pitch misses high. And the count's 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Herrera strikes out. I think kind of a late offering. Maybe thought initially if that one was going to be outside, but came over the strike zone and tried to just get a piece of it with the bat and was unable to do so. So 2 down, and Ramirez looking strong. Lessentine seeing the way the ball is flying a little bit, see if she can get into one here. See it lined out to left field. And watches the first pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1 today, and behind the count now 0-1. Yeah, I think led most of the way in both games against Centennial, and then last week against Oregon Mountain. Didn't allow a run in the first game, and it was tied for the majority of that one as the drop pitch will fall into the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1. The pitch. Fastball just misses, and the catcher, Ponce, framed it there for a while, waiting for a call. Did not get it. And so 2-1. And this one hit to center field. She waited on that drop pitch again and drops it in there for a base hit at the center. Lady Tigers will have a base runner. And Chloe Lunar will come to the plate with a runner on, just as she did in the first. Lady Tigers are going to stick with Lessentine on the base pass, it seems, or are they going to go courtesy? No, that's not what it is. Coach Reyes telling Sid to watch for the throwback over to first. Lunar, ground ball over towards first base. Snatching it and running over to the bag, taking care of herself is Addison Gamboa. And the inning is over. So the Lady Tigers do get one hit. They leave one on. No runs and no errors for Mayfield. And we are through three complete. Mayfield continues to lead this one 2-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Local Credit Union would like to send a huge congratulations to 2024 graduating class. Are you ready to take the next step towards a brighter future after graduation? Secure your dreams with our flexible and affordable graduation loans. Whether you're looking to pursue a higher education, start a business, or simply need financial assistance as you start a new chapter of life, we've got you covered. Visit Local Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Swing and a miss here from Ronnie Gallegos. She had watched the first pitch in for a strike, and she's behind 0-2. It's 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Mayfield. Angelina Ramirez and Aaliyah Lada all due up. 2-1 Mayfield on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, top of 4. Here's the pitch. And this one hit in the air to the right side of the infield, and taking a pace or two onto the outfield grass is Amani Kosum. She's got it. And there's one down. It'll bring up Angelina Ramirez, who had an important walk in her first at-bat. And she got on base, and then later in the inning, Morgan Martinez hit the home run that has Mayfield in front. As Lessentine works her way up to the rubber. And here comes the pitch. And kind of an excuse-me-check swing. She sends it up the first baseline foul. And 0-1 here to Ramirez. Still just the one hit in the game for Mayfield, but it's an important one. Ramirez will watch that one hit the outside corner for a called strike 2. And 0-2 now. The Mayfield pitcher. Lessentine rolling the ball around in her hand against her right leg. Now into the glove and into the windup in the pitch. And gets the called strike 3 right in the same spot. And Lessentine picks up another strikeout. Make that number 6 on the afternoon. And as the third time that she's gotten a Mayfield hitter looking. But 3 straight pitches there to Ramirez. And now Aaliyah Lada will come to the plate. She struck out her first time up. Here comes the pitch. Popped up and out of play. And it's 0-1. And for a team for the Lady Tigers, it's 14-3 this year. Like I said, they just haven't trailed a lot of games. They've won pretty comfortably in a ton of them, and have won a few close ones there against Centennial and Oregon Mountain and La Cueva. The 0-1. And this one hit pretty well out to left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. And Mayfield, and their bottom of the order, puts a runner on again. And Morgan Martinez, who hit the home run, comes to the plate here with a runner on first, just as she did in the second inning. And Morgan, just listening to Mitzi here having a conversation, I think, with her dad, she was hurt pretty badly in a game here last year, I believe. She's got a big brace on her right knee. And got to be one of those things that we watch these games and we follow the teams, and maybe unless you have a personal connection to them, you don't necessarily, you sometimes forget about the human being there, and how cool of a moment that had to be for her to, after probably one of the tougher things she's been through here at this field, to come out and hit a home run. First pitch is in for a strike. Looking for the outside corner again, 1-1. Some real pop on the glove of Haley Evans as this inning has gone along. Lessentine really bringing some velocity, and she's spotting her pitch as well. Runner on first with 2 down. And the 1-1. And again, looking for that outside corner, but can't get the call. And it's 2-1. So pitching away here from Martinez. I think making sure she doesn't have anything to pull, as she did in her last at-bat. And here comes the 2-1. This time she gets it on the outside half of the plate for a called strike, and the count evens at 2-2. Runner on first with 2 down, top of 4. And Lady Tigers trying to keep it a 1-run game. The 2-2. Fouled off, and she keeps the at-bat alive. Does Martinez. Mayfield 2 hits, 2 runs. Lady Tigers with 1 error. Lessentine has surrendered a couple of walks in the game as well. I think the big thing for Alamogordo is trying to get the bats going in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. Struck her out, and the inning is over. So make that 7 strikeouts for Lessentine through 4 innings. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Mayfield 2, Alamogordo 1. The Trojans leave 1 on. They have 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and no runs scored. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're also online on the Alamo Sports YouTube channel. You can find us on your Exciter Media app, and Alexa, just say enable Alamo Sports Talk to listen to us there.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Haley Evans leads things off in the bottom of the 4th. Alamogordo trailing 2-1. And first pitch in there for a strike. She check swung, so not sure if that was called or her going around. Outside, the pitch will miss, and 1-1. It's definitely a spot I think both pitchers are trying to locate now. Sid's been getting those calls, and I'm sure, and especially it happened in Ramirez is at bat, so she's going to be one of those same calls here. 1-1. Adams is high. Evans holds up. And the count 2-1. Haley struck out her first time at the plate. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Evans, Rodriguez, and Bautista due up. Rodriguez, a single in her first at-bat. That'll miss the letters. And the count is 3-1. Lady Tigers have had the hits today. They've already got 4, but haven't really been able to string anything together with the exception of the double in the first by Herrera and the RBI single from Lunar. Called strike on the outside corner. And Evans, as a catcher, probably got to be aware of those. But, I mean, it's so close that you got to, I think on a 3-1 you're willing to take maybe in that spot. Can't now, though. As here comes the 3-2. And this is hit in the air to right center field. It's carrying. It's out of here over the scoreboard. As she hits that a ton out to right center field. And we are tied as Haley Evans goes yard, and it is a 2-2 ball game, and she is met by her teammates at home plate. And every now and then I feel like I know what I'm talking about. I said with the weather conditions today, there's a real chance for these balls to fly today, and I bet that's not the last home run that we see. We're tied 2-2 as Alexis Rodriguez will come to the plate 1 for 1 with a single. But that was one of those off the bat. It couldn't quell, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and she really hit that a long ways. So each team with a home run, and we're back square here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's in there for a called strike to Rodriguez, and the count is 0-1. And on a 3-2 count, good hitting there from the Lady Tiger catcher. And that's going to be in the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1. 5th hit of the day for the Lady Tigers on that solo shot by Evans. And they'll try to keep the momentum going. 1-1. Fouled off and out of play. 1-2. Coach Reyes telling her to power through it there with her legs. Giving her some advice over at the third base box. And this is fouled off and out of play. And the count remains 1-2. Yeah, dead still flags. Afternoon. I can't get over it and especially yesterday for how terrible the wind was. We missed it by a day, thankfully. And that one's going to miss a little bit low. And well done by Rodriguez to hold off. Didn't miss by much. Mayfield fans wanted that call, and I think Ramirez certainly did as well. And now we're seeing a little bit more of a slowdown from the Mayfield side of things. Ramirez is working pretty quick, and now a little bit more methodical. Reaching out there and getting a piece of his Rodriguez, but it's going to go directly to the second baseman, Pondo, and she will toss it on to first. So there's one down. And Alyssa Bautista, who reached on an error her last time up, she grounded right back to the pitcher. She tried to get it to second to get the force, and the shortstop dropped it, and that led to first and second with nobody out. Lady Tigers weren't able to convert there. Came real close to a 3-run home run from Davi Gonzalez, but it was caught, and kind of a little bit of confusion on the play afterwards. Outside, it misses. Left-handed hitting Bautista against the right-handed pitching Ramirez. Yeah, it was hit out there, and then on the transfer, they said she dropped the ball, and so Lady Tigers thought that they had to tag up. Here is a ground ball, hit sharply but foul at the first base side, and the count is 1-1. So Lady Tigers thought that they needed to get to second because the ball was dropped. It was not, and so they tried to tag up, and the runner was out at second. And At least I think that was the confusion for the Lady Tigers. They might have known that it was caught. I'm not sure. Holding off on a check swing, doesn't get the call, as I think that missed a little bit high, maybe outside on Bautista. 2-1. I can see the plate now. The umbrella has now shifted a little bit to the right, I think trying to keep up with the sun. And a ground ball to the right side. Nice stab by Gamboa at first. One big lunge out there to get to it. If she doesn't get her glove on it, that's into the outfield for a base knock. And 3 unassisted for the second time in this game. Brings up Daviana Gonzalez, who should feel some confidence. She really got into one in that last at-bat, but probably came up a few feet short from sending it out of the ballpark, and certainly a lot of credit out there in right field to Aaliyah Lada on making the play, but it was definitely close to being all the way out. High, maybe a bit outside. 1-0 the count here to Gonzalez. Trying to keep this inning alive for the Lady Tigers. They do have one across, and they've tied up this ball game on the Haley Evans solo home run. That's in there for a strike. So I think those pitches that have been missing have been high, because that one was pretty much the same location on an inside-outside aspect. Those ones that have been called balls. And that'll miss on the 1-1. 2-1. So Dobby is 0 for 1 on the day. Ahead in the count now. And laces it, but right to the third baseman. Good contact on each of the last 2 opportunities for the Lady Tigers, but that one unfortunately doesn't get down. And credit to Morgan Martinez, who made the nice play over at third. And the inning is over, but not before Haley Evans hits a home run to tie up this game. 1 run across on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on for Alamogordo. We go to the top of the 5th, 2-2. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019 on the very first pitch seen for Emma Enoch. She lifts it out to left field, and Madison Ruiz trying to recover, ends up having it go off her glove, and that'll be a double for Enoch. And right away, Mayfield in business try to answer back here in the top of the 5th after the Lady Tigers tied it up on the Haley Evans home run. And it's back to the top of the order for Mayfield, as Lessentine will see Gamboa try to bunt, but she fouls it off. And 0-1 the count to the leadoff hitter for Mayfield. She has popped out twice, once to third, once to short. Count is 0-1. 2-2 the game on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And showing bunt again, brings it back. Pitch will miss high and inside. And the count evens up at 1-1. Yeah, so it makes sense for Mayfield to try and move that runner up, get her to third with one out. And deep enough fly ball, and certainly we've seen some deep fly balls in this game. 1-1. Hits the outside corner for a called strike. And 1-2 now. And Mayfield bats have been solid in this game. They've made good contact when they've gotten to the pitch. They've hit it well. Hasn't been just little dip and dunk things in this game. Swing and a miss, and struck her out. Gamboa knew that she needed to offer at that pitch on the outer half of the outside corner, and she was unable to come up with anything. And that is strikeout number 8 now for Lessentine. 1 down in the inning, and we'll see if Pondo is looking to try to, well, actually at this point you wouldn't want to try to lay down a bunt. Might as well just swing away. Swings and misses at this one. And the count is 0-1. I think certainly with a heart of your order here, you want to be trying to make contact with full swings instead of bunts. Here comes the pitch to Pondo. She does bunt. She pops it up, but it's going to drop into foul territory. Nobody able to get to it, and it's 0-2 now. Runner on second with 1 down. Leadoff double from Emma Enoch. Lessentine. Into motion, and the 0-2. Didn't get that call in the outside corner. Looked like that was outside on the chalk for the batter's box, the left-hand side. And so 1-2, but certainly good. That's a good spot. I would go right back there if you're the Lady Tigers. We've seen a lot of called strike threes in that spot. 1-2. Ground ball to the left side. Ortiz comes up with it cleanly, tosses on to first. Try to move to third. They will get there to third. Lady Tigers will be okay with that, as they can try to focus on the person at the plate, and that will be Jaylene Ponce. Walked first in the first inning and then struck out. And we're also going to see Coach Ronnie Reyes come out and talk to his pitcher in his infield. And so a discussion to happen there. I would imagine defensively, or maybe just want to talk about how they want to pitch to Ponce here, who so far, well, they walked her in the first, but I think recognizing the situation, you do have a couple of open bases here. You can be, you don't have to be particularly aggressive with your pitches. Try to hit the corners. Try to get her to chase. And knowing the situation, obviously, here in a 2-2 ball game. And really anything in play could bring that runner home. She'll be going on contact with 2 outs. As Lessentine winds and deals and fouled off. Into the screen for Ponce, and it's 0-1. She was looking to be aggressive. Swing at the first pitch of the at-bat. Lessentine's got a pretty big towel that she keeps in her back right pocket. She reaches to that first and then goes to the softball. The 0-1. And it comes inside. Maybe a touch high, and the count evens here at 1-1. Because I think there is no rosin bag that stays out there all the time. It's I think pitchers bring their own. 1-1. Ground ball to Lunar, who has some trouble with it. Tosses to first, and it's going to get away, and the run will score. She couldn't. She kind of caught it on the in-between hop, and the Lady Tigers will commit the E5, and Mayfield has retaken the lead. Going to see a courtesy runner, I believe, for Mayfield as well. Maybe. Yeah, maybe not. Well, Lady Tigers have, it's not been a clean game for them, especially defensively. That's the second error, and even a couple other spots where it's been a little nervous out there at times. And the first pitch inside to Annalise Perez. That was definitely on the routine side of things for the Lady Tigers, but they, obviously that runner's trying to come in and score, and you got it. You up with it quickly over to first, and just a little bit of a bobble, and that was all she wrote there. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Count evens at 1-1. Like I said, any bit of contact could bring a run in, and even though it was right to a fielder, a misplay, and Mayfield's retaken the lead. Popped up and out of play. 1-2. Runner on first, and Mayfield answers right back after the Haley Evans home run in the fourth. See what the Lady Tigers can do in the home half, but got to get out of this inning first. As here comes the 1-2, and a ground ball and a base hit into the outfield. Runner moving around from second, and will stop at third, and so it's runners at the corners after the two-out single from Perez. And so on the corners for Mayfield. And it brings up Ronnie Gallegos, who popped out and struck out. And timeout is going to be called for Mayfield. And I think they're probably going to bring in Amaris Diaz to run for Annalise Perez. So they'll just bring in the player that she's being designated player for, I would assume. No, I don't think that's the case. I'm trying to tell, is that number 3? No, it's 17. So it's Justine Garcia that will come in and run. So they will, instead of bringing in Perez, who's their shortstop, to run, yeah, the designated player has been pinch hit for, and I would imagine they'll probably put Perez back in the game later. So Justine Garcia is the runner at first, gives Mayfield a little bit more speed on the base paths. And Lessentine trying to avoid a multi-run inning here for Mayfield. And gets the call on the outside corner. Quick toss right back to Lessentine there. You wonder if Mayfield's going to try to advance that runner to second and bring the run in. The 0-1. And this is lined, and it is foul. And it's 0-2. Really good contact there from Gallegos, but too far in front of it. And the Lady Tigers caught a break. And I got to tell you, I think kind of caught a break as well, because it looked like Lunar was, from up here, it looked like she was pretty close to getting the glove on it. May not have been that close, but it hooked foul. And if Lessentine with 2 strikes here can get out of this inning. Here comes the pitch. Popped up and right behind home plate. Easy play for Evans, and the inning is over. But on a Lady Tiger error, run comes in. Mayfield with 2 hits in the inning, 1 run scored, and they leave 2 on. It is 3-2. Mayfield in front. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Lady Tigers try to answer back again. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Mayfield 3, Alamogordo 2 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And it'll be Iceland Ortiz to lead things off for the Lady Tigers. And then it'll be Kosum and Herrera as Alamo will go back to the top of the order. Angelina Ramirez continues in the circle for Mayfield. And that pitch will miss down and in to Ortiz, and it's 1-0. Ice popped out to second her first time up. That happened with a runner on third for the Lady Tigers. So looking to get something started. Showing bunt. Brings it back. And that's in there for a called strike. Count evens up at 1-1. So the Lady Tiger lineup has gotten their hits today, but it's just not been in succession. That's been the problem. And that's credit to Mayfield. They've been able to make plays, and Ramirez has pitched well. Ground ball to shorts. Took a high hop up on the shortstop, Diaz, but she makes the play, tosses on to first, and there's one down. So to bring up Imani Kosum, who has grounded out to third and popped out to left field. We'll come to the plate to try to get something started for the Lady Tigers with one out. So lots of time for the Lady Tigers, but with it being the bottom of the fifth, I mean, this could be the last time through the heart of the order for the Lady Tigers if Ramirez continues pitching as well as she has. She hasn't faced more than 5 hitters in one inning in this game. Has really kept it to a minimum. Herrera, or I should say, Kosum's going to watch that one in there for a strike. And the count evens up at 1-1. You just don't know if you're going to get another chance here if you're these top 3, 4, 5 hitters for Alamogordo in this game. Ramirez winds and deals. Popped up and playable. And snagged over at third as Martinez makes the play. And so Maylee Herrera comes to the plate, doubled in her first at-bat, and would come around and score. Struck out in her other at-bat. 1 for 2 on the day for Herrera. So it's 2 down in the inning. And this is hit hard, but hit foul right over the fence on the first base side. Two outs and the base is empty. Bottom of 5, Alamogordo trailing 3-2. And that pitch will miss down and away. Count evens up at 1-1 on Herrera. And this one hit in the air to right field. Should be playable over there, and it is snagged by Lotta. And the inning is over. Lady Tigers go down in order. They'll have 3, 4, 5 in the bottom of the 6th inning, but they trail 3-2. Top half of the 6th inning coming up next. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and Popton out of play on the first offering here in the top of the sixth inning on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Angelina Ramirez, the pitcher for Mayfield, leads it off. It's 6, 7, and 8 in the order due up for the Lady Trojans. She walked and scored in her first at-bat, struck out her last time up, 0 for 1. The 0-1 pitch, and this is fouled off and off the screen as well, 0-2. Lessentine winds and deals. And again, getting a piece of it, sending it foul to the first base side of the field. Aaliyah Lotta and Morgan Martinez. This part of the order has done pretty well. Lotta's got a single, and Martinez still probably with the biggest hit of the day, the 2-run home run. As the 0-2 comes. And this one hit well to right field, but directly at Alexis Rodriguez. She'll secure that. And there's one down. It brings up Aaliyah Lotta, who singled in her last at-bat. That was in the fourth. She would strike out in her first at-bat in the second inning. Lady Tigers left 3-4-5 in the bottom of the sixth. Want to keep this a one-run ball game. That's in there for a strike. Such a big difference from it being a one-run game to being a multi-run lead in terms of how you can attack an inning. You can really do a lot of different things. You don't necessarily have, if you can get one hit, get somebody on with a walk or hit by pitch, turns up the pressure a lot. And this is a ground ball that'll go right back to Lessentine. She'll toss it on to first, and there's one down as she went to the off speed, and Lotta got a piece of it, but didn't get much. And so there's two down, and it'll bring up Morgan Martinez, who I mentioned with the big hit of the day, 2-run home run out to left field. The other run scored on a Lady Tiger error. Four hits for Mayfield. As Martinez will see that one hit the outside half of the plate for a called strike, 0-1. She did strike out in her second at-bat, 1 for 2 with a couple of RBIs for the Lady Trojans. Base is empty and 2 down in the top of the sixth inning. It's been a close one throughout. And took something off there and a big swing from Martinez. And she comes up empty. It's 0-2. Lessentine ready to go. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss and struck her out. So Lessentine adds on to her strikeout tally. And she's got 9 now. And the Lady Tigers remain down by a run. 3-2. Bottom of the sixth. Lessentine will lead things off in the bottom of the sixth. 3, 4, and 5 in the order for Alamogordo. When we return, you're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Sydney Lessentine to lead things off for the Lady Tigers. We had the Mayfield players kind of late to take her position over in right field. I think that's a change. They've moved Grace Galaz over to right field, interestingly enough. And Lessentine will watch a drop pitch miss a little bit low, and it's 1-0. Sid's 1 for 2, singled in the third, lined out to left field, and she's made good contact on both pitches, and I think both times she's made contact, it's been that drop ball. As Ramirez, who has pitched a beauty in this one, comes the fastball that time, in there for a strike, 1-1. Has surrendered 5 hits, but they've been spread out. Gave up 2 in the first. That's the only inning she has given up multiple hits. Lessentine hits it pretty well, but it is going to be foul. Goes off the top of the fencing on the third base side. And so 1-2. Now she falls behind in the count. Lessentine, Lunar, and Evans, who all have a hit in this game. Lunar's got an RBI single. Evans has got the solo home run. But as I said, it's been spread out. Lunar had her hit in the first, Lessentine hers in the third, and Evans with the home run in the fourth. Ramirez moves up to the pitching rubber. She's ready to go. And this one lined right at the third baseman, Martinez. She tries to recover. Oh, they're going to call her out. I don't know about that. That looked like she beat the play out. I thought she got her foot on the bag before. I think Coach Charlene Reyes is going to go over and talk to the field umpire, but I thought she got there before the ball got to the glove. Well, I mean, you got to make the call at the end of the day, but I think they want to check with the home plate or the home plate umpire. I doubt he's going to change the call. I mean, he was right there on it, but yeah, I don't know. That Sid did a good job of rushing up the line, and I thought she got to the bag before the throw. But at the end of the day, it's the umpire's call, and Lady Tigers with one down. Give credit to Martinez. That was a great recovery to just get the ball over there and make it a close play, because Sid really got into that, and it went off her, I don't know if it was in the glove at any point or just went off her arm. And Lunar's going to watch that miss outside, and the count is 1-0. And in this kind of game, that sort of play is huge. If, Sid's on the base pass there and there's nobody out, it may not matter at the end of this game, but it certainly could. And this one ripped to left field, and there's a perfect example. You've got runners on first and second with nobody out there if you're the Lady Tigers, and now it's on first with one out. But now here's the question for Alamogordo. Can they string some hits together? They haven't been able to so far. But, I mean, the pressure's really on Mayfield at this spot now, because if Haley Evans can get into one like she did in her last at-bat, and the Lady Tigers can take the lead, you know you've got Sydney Lessentine in the top of the 7th with a chance to close it down. You love having her in that spot. And that pitch will miss high to Evans, 1-0. Lunar on first. Lady Tigers looking for their first consecutive hits of the day. Just getting a piece of it is Evans. She'll send it foul. And the count evens up at 1-1. Now just big to get runners on the base pass for Mayfield. You've got, Alexis Rodriguez has got a hit in the game. Alyssa Bautista has been on. So some hitters coming up here in the middle of the order that have had some success against Ramirez. Nobody has a multi-hit day yet. And that'll miss above the letters. And so Evans heading the count 2-1. She hit that home run on a full count back in the 4th inning. But she's got a good hitter's count on 2-1. Runner on first and 1 down. Lady Tigers trailing 3-2 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Right-handed hitter against right-handed pitcher. 2-1. And it is a base hit up the line. Lunar is going to try to advance from second to third. The throw will be off the mark, so she'll be able to get there. Evans will move up to second, and the Lady Tigers are in business with 2 down, or I should say with 1 down, and runners on second and third. And Alexis Rodriguez with a golden opportunity, as the Lady Tigers, as I said, for the first time today, have managed back-to-back hits against Angelina Ramirez. And Alexis, who singled in the first, grounded out in the 4th. And huge for Lunar to get to third on the play because it really opens up the options. On a deep fly ball, you can try to tag up. Even on something on the infield, as we saw on the last run scored by Mayfield, if Mayfield ends up having their first error of the day, could bring that run in from third for the Lady Tigers. But both Alexis and Alyssa here in what is the bottom half of the lineup for the Lady Tigers, can be very, very dangerous hitters. Both of them are capable of sending one out of the park. And so lots of different scenarios here. Of course, Mayfield has been, they haven't really been in this situation a lot today. Lady Tigers haven't had runners in scoring position. They did in the first, and they scored. They did in the second, did not. 3rd inning, no. 4th inning, no. 5th inning, no. So this is the second time today, or the 3rd time today, the Lady Tigers have had runners in scoring position. And in their first strike, and then a throw by the catcher is going to get away, and this game is tied. They were trying to get the pickoff throw to third, and it just came out of the hand of Ponce badly. It never got close to the fielder over at third, and the Lady Tigers have tied it up 3-3. Runner on second with 1 out, and this one popped up high in the air. It's going to get into the outfield, and it's going to be caught. Boy, that play just a second ago makes a big, big difference. And, yeah, there's your first error of the day for Mayfield that brings in a run. Lunar scored on the E2. 2 down, still a runner on second. So if Alyssa Bautista can come up with a base hit, the Lady Tigers can take that wouldn't be their first lead of the day, but it would be their first since the top of the 2nd inning. Tied up at 3, bottom of the 6th. And that'll miss high and away. And good speed out at second with Evans. And with two outs here, she can be running as soon as there's contact on it, so no reason to hold up. Check swing from Bautista, called strike. And the count is 1-1. Bautista's reached on an error. She's grounded out And she made good contact on that last ground out. It was a good play by Gamboa at first. And this is hit in the air to right field. It is carrying. It is gone. 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th inning for Alyssa Bautista. And the Lady Tigers have taken the lead 5-3. What a clutch home run from Bautista as she steps on home plate, met by her teammates, and Alamogordo is this one 5-3. Second 2-run home run in this game. The other one on the Mayfield side. And the Lady Tigers, who have been trailing, it feels like, for most of this game, now have taken the lead 5-3. Lady Tigers have been real close a couple of times to sending one out of here from their left-handed hitters, like Davi Gonzalez, who comes up now. And they finally cash in. Davi will pop it up. Should be playable, and it'll be grabbed. And the inning is over. But the Lady Tigers have a 2-run lead. Talk about how important that 2-run lead can be. And they will try to close this one out in the top of the 7th when we return. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, the Lady Tigers are in front. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and on the Alamo Sports YouTube channel.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Local Credit Union would like to send a huge congratulations to 2024 graduating class. Are you ready to take the next step towards a brighter future after graduation? Secure your dreams with our flexible and affordable graduation loans. Whether you're looking to pursue a higher education, start a business, or simply need financial assistance as you start a new chapter of life, we've got you covered. Visit Local Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Sports to Talk, 1230, 1019. Lady Tigers lead 5-3 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And Sydney Lessentine to try to finish this one out. Swing and a miss from Emma Enoch. She doubled her last time up, but she finds herself behind the count 0-1. Alyssa Bautista, 2-run home run, gave the Lady Tigers the lead. The game was tied earlier in the inning on Chloe Lunar scoring on an error. And this one hit over to second. Kosum, easy toss to first. Enoch with a sliding attempt to get to the bag, but not there in time. And there's one down. But to the top of the order now for Mayfield. Addison Gamboa is 0 for 3. A couple of pop outs and a strikeout today. But we'll try to get something started for her side. Lessentine with 9 strikeouts today. For the most part, it's been pretty good. Ground ball to the left side, easy play for Lunar. Toss on to first, and there's 2 down. And the Lady Tigers need just one more to close out a hard-fought win this evening here against Mayfield. And always, I mean, you talk about, Alyssa hitting in the number 7 spot, having somebody in that part of your order. And, I mean, for Mayfield, it was Martinez, the 8th spot, that hit the home run earlier in the game. So it's been both sides and all throughout their lineup making plays in this game. It's been fun to watch. On the inside corner for a called strike on Andrea Pondo, who's looking for her first hit of the day. Ground out, reached on an error in the 3rd, and then struck out in her other try. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And the Lady Trojans are down to their last strike. 5-3 Alamogordo at the top of the 7th. As Lessentine winds and deals the 0-2. Hit in the air to shallow right field. Goes off the glove of Kosum, and the game will continue. She made a jumping grab at it, but couldn't secure it. Yeah, I'm not sure we call that one an error or if that just was kind of in no man's land, not an easy place to get to. But it's a base runner regardless. I'm going to give Pondo the single on that. And it'll be Ponce, who has walked, struck out, and reached on an error. But, boy, as we've seen in this game, one swing of the bat can change a whole lot. And this is fouled off and out of play. 0-1 the count. Some big practice swings from the Mayfield catcher. And, you know, she's wanting a little bit of redemption. It ended up not necessarily mattering with the throwing error she made that tied the game. And high and outside, 1-1. But you know that she would love the opportunity to keep this game alive for her team. And we're right in the heart of the order here for Mayfield. And the 4th time through that they've been able to see pitches from Sydney. 2 outs, runner on first. And here comes the 1-1. That's right in there for a strike, right at the knees. That's a hard pitch to handle. Probably the right thing for Ponce to let that go. But Lessentine's got herself ahead in the count again, 1-2. Trying to finish up this game. The pitch. Swing and a miss and struck her out. Finishes it off in style. And the Lady Tigers rally in the bottom of the 6th inning with 3 runs. A throwing error scores 1, and then Alyssa Bautista with a big 2-run home run. And the Lady Tigers are victorious. They pick up their 6th district victory of the season, improved to 15-3 overall. And again, your final score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard is Mayfield, or I should say Alamogordo 5, Mayfield 3, as the Lady Tigers come away with the win. We'll come back and wrap this one up on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Stay with us.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. Alamogordo had come from behind win 5-3. A two-run home run in the sixth inning gives the Lady Tigers the lead. They had trailed for the majority. They took the lead in the bottom of the first on a RBI single from Chloe Lunar. But in the top of the second, it was Morgan Martinez hitting a two-run home run to give Mayfield a 2-1 lead. Lady Tigers would get back even in the fourth on a solo home run from Haley Evans. But in the top of the fifth, Mayfield answered back after they got a double to lead off the inning from Emma Enoch. And then an error for the Lady Tigers would bring a run in. Lady Tigers would stay behind going into the sixth. Chloe Lunar singled. She would advance around to third on an Haley Evans single. She would score Lunar on a throwing error from the Mayfield catcher. And then one batter later, it was Alyssa Bautista who sent a 1-1 pitch over the right field wall to give Alamogordo the 5-3 lead and the 5-3 win. Alamogordo would give up a hit in the top of the seventh inning, but no real threat from the Lady Trojans as Sydney Lessentine went the complete game, gave up the 3 runs, 5 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 2 walks on the day. Hitting for the Lady Tigers, Maylee Herrera was 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Sydney Lessentine 1 for 3. Chloe Lunar went 2 for 3 today with a run scored and an RBI. Haley Evans was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a home run. She had 1 RBI. Alexis Rodriguez 1 for 3 with a single. Alyssa Bautista was 1 for 3 with that 2-run home run, so 2 RBIs for her. And it looks like that's it for the hitting stats today for the Lady Tigers. So that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Thanks for listening in. This has been the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show, and we'll be back with more on-the-field action on Friday as Alamogordo Baseball will host Mayfield for a doubleheader. So we'll be back with that coming up on Friday evening. I know for sure we'll have the second game. Might want to stay tuned. The first game, we'll try. We've got some other stuff going on, so we'll be sure to let you all know what's happening with that. And I don't have any other scores for you guys. Checking to see if I had a Tularosa Mesilla Valley Christian score. I do not. So we'll have that up on our Facebook page before the end of the night. We've also got Lordsburg and Mescalero Apache softball playing this evening, and Alamo baseball, of course, in action tonight as well. We'll have some tennis results for you, too. We've already got golf results up on our Facebook page, so you can check all of that out. All right, we are going to send you to Arizona Diamondbacks baseball at the top of the hour as they take on the Chicago Cubs here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We hope you will stay tuned for that this evening. They'll also be on the air midday tomorrow. So no roundup tomorrow. We'll be back on the air with our sports talk show on Thursday afternoon from 2 to 3 p.m. We hope you will check that out. Have a great rest of your Tuesday nights. And on the scoreboard, the Lady Tigers winners over the Mayfield Lady Trojans by a final score of 5-3. Have a great evening, everybody.
Get ready to spring into fun at NMSUA's first annual Spring Fling. Join us for a spectacular carnival extravaganza hosted by the NMSUA Student Government and Student Success Teams. Games, prizes, vibrant organizations, there's something for everyone. Food trucks will be on site to satisfy your cravings. Best part, free entry, games, and prizes for all. April 19th, 3 to 7 p.m. at the Tays Special Event Center, 2400 Scenic Drive. The NMSUA Spring Fling, this Friday, 3 to 7. For more info, call 575-439-3600.
We are the Boys and Girls Club.
And we would like to invite you to our 3rd annual car show.
April 20th here at the club.
201 Del Scott Avenue. Call Miss Autumn with questions at 575-437-3788.
Oh, and Mr. Kevin will also be there, signing kids up for basketball the same day.
This is Miss Autumn. We are raising money for our summer field trip, so come see how you can help.
Can